Hello there, Geoff Barton. It's Friday the 29th of September. I'm in London, as you might have guessed. Back there is Downing Street, back there is Buckingham Palace, so we're right in the heart of Westminster here. I've got meetings today, including with the School Teachers Review body. You will remember that what we said in our submission to them earlier this year as the body who are independent, who make decisions based on evidence about how we recruit and how we retain teachers. We said, be bold. You mustn't be constrained by what the government's limits are. They were saying 3.5%. You need to be bold, and indeed they were bold with their 6.5% recommendation, which was then accepted by the government. They're going to need to be bold again, but we've got a wash-up meeting in which we simply talk to them about what we think the impact of their decision has been and where we go from here. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about three things. I want to talk about independent schools. I want to talk about the Conservative Party conference this weekend. I want to talk about our conference next March, and I'm doing it slightly self-consciously as joggers go past, making me think that I should probably be doing more exercise. So first of all, we had last night our dinner, which we have a couple of times a year with independent school members, and you would have seen that Labour's policy has shifted somewhat in terms of independent schools and what they're talking about charitable status. And I think what we would say with all of this is, if you look at the number of issues we've got in our education system, crumbling buildings, a curriculum that doesn't work for anyone, a recruitment and retention crisis, really this whole business about tax breaks and VAT on independent schools, is that really the big issue? And it might be that you say that it is. We represent lots of independent school members, so we might disagree on that. But the main thing we would say is, could you show us your workings, please, Labour? Can we just see whether the amount of money you think you are going to gain really is going to pay for all of those new teachers, all of those mental health professionals, all that other stuff that you're promising here? If education matters, you're going to need to find more money than you're talking about, and you're probably going to need to find it in different ways. And I just wanted to put on record that that's the kind of discussion that we're having with Labour politicians around all of this. Secondly, political today, we're going to be at the Conservative Party conference in Manchester. We're going to have a speech from the Prime Minister, we're told, which is going to be about education. I've got no idea what that will be about. I hope it's about more than let's get everybody doing more maths at 18. Again, to govern is to choose, isn't it? And if you're going to make decisions, could we do something about the forgotten third? Could we do something more radical around recruitment and retention? The maths to 18 thing seems to us completely marginal, probably completely unworkable, given we haven't got enough maths teachers now. And curriculum reform, qualification reform takes years and years. This is a government which hasn't got years and years. So we will be reporting on Tuesday morning in our video, our email message to you from the Conservative Party conference. We'll have heard the Prime Minister's speech. We'll see what he has to say about education. But please, could education move from the margin, and could we do something significant, but something which isn't going to just create gimmicks, which is what I think we've got at the moment. And then finally, our conference next March is moving to a new location. We're in Liverpool. We'd love to see you there. Lots of you are going for our early bird deals on that. And just to announce that we're delighted that a couple of former education secretaries, Ed Balls and Justine Greening, are going to join us at that for a panel conversation in which we just say, what's it like to be an education secretary? What do you wish, with hindsight, that you had done more of or less of? I think the whole event is going to be extraordinary, partly for keynote speakers, partly for networking, partly because, like me yesterday, I was in Dagenham in a university technical college. I was just reminded of the extraordinary work and the gratitude of young people, which doesn't always show itself, for having a curriculum that motivates them, for having relationships that also give them a sense of the adults helping them to step into becoming the citizens of the future. That's what I saw yesterday. But also a sense of the important work happening in our schools and our colleges. That's what you're doing day by day. As always, if you need some support from us, professional advice on something, our hotline team are here, including over the weekend. But otherwise, when you get to it, you have a good weekend.